Hello everyone, welcome to TTV News with some latest event in the Ninh province. And now we come into details. According to the plans of the Ministry of Health, Vietnam deployed the vaccination of COVID-19 from March 8, 2021. In some epidemics, his locality and subjects are given priority under Resolution number 21. However, unlike other countries, Vietnam will apply COVID-19 vaccine passport when vaccinating.
It is expected that in 2021, Vietnam will deploy the largest vaccination series with a scale of more than 100 million doses. However, according to the assessment of the Ministry of Health, the COVID-19 vaccine is the fastest born and the earliest used in the history of vaccine production in humanity. Therefore, time is not enough to follow the progress of clinical use, evaluate and confirm the effectiveness. So it's unable to confirm that the vaccine is 100% safe. Adverse reactions after injection are possible. To ensure vaccination safety, Vietnam will conduct pre-vaccination screening to ensure safety. It may take us a long time, but will ensure the safety of the people. This screening will be simply designed in the software. Then the vaccination progress is stored on the electronic health record of each citizen. To smoothly manage and synchronize the immunization campaign, the Ministry of Health will manage the data of each vaccinated person on the personal health record system. Currently, the Ministry of Health has completed more than 97 million records nationwide. The Ministry of Health requires its medical facility and immunization facility to download software designed by the Ministry of Health to best serve the vaccination. For each citizen, they need to download the health profile application so that when vaccination is expanded, the system will automatically notify the people, strengthening active surveillance on health facilities and receiving feedback from people about signs and adverse reaction after injection. From this system, the health sector has been designing to ensure international connectivity. COVID-19 vaccine passport in some countries managed by QR code.
In the afternoon of March 9, the Economic and Budget Committee of People Council of Province have a conference to examine the draft resolution on spending contents and spending level for on election of deputy to 15 National Assembly and People Council as on level for the term of 2021-2026 in the province. Mr. Mai Văn Hải, head of Economic and Budget Committee of Provincial People Councils, chairs the conference.
At the meeting, leaders of the Department of Finance presented the draft resolution on spending contents and spending levels, serving the election of deputies to the 15th National Assembly and the People's Council at all levels for the term 2021 and 2026 in the provincial area. The draft was approved by the Provincial People's Committee on March 8, 2021, including 4 articles: scope of regulation, subjects of application, spending content, expenditure level, and time to receive the support, organization of implementation. Accordingly, the object of application is the Election Steering Committee, the Electoral Commission, the Electoral District, and the agencies, organizations, individuals related to the election. After discussions, the mentioned draft resolution was unanimously agreed by members of the Economic and Budget Committee of the Provincial People's Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of March 9, the office of the Provincial Party Committee held a ceremony to announce and award the decision on staff work. Mr. Phạm Hồng Thái, Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, attended the ceremony. At the ceremony, the leaders of the office of the Provincial Party Committee announced the decision of the organizing committee of the Provincial Party Committee to second Mr. Duong from the General Department of the office under the Provincial Party Committee to the Department of Labor, Invalid and Social Affairs as of March 10, 2021. Previously, in the afternoon of March 8, at the Department of Labor, Invalid and Social Affairs, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People Committee Trần Văn Chiến handed over the decision of the Provincial People Committee to appoint Mr. Duong, head of the General Department of the office under the Provincial Party Committee, to Deputy Director of the Department of Labor, Environment and Social Affairs. Mr. Yoon Watson is appointed for a term of 5 years from March 10, 2021. Speaking to congratulate Mr. Yoon Watson on his new position, Mr. Trần Văn Chiến wished that with his working experience, Mr. Yoon Watson will continue to strive and promote the achieved result, building internal unity together with the Department of Labor, Environment and Social Affairs to successfully complete their assigned tasks.
The audience, or part of the people, still have some more questions about whether it is necessary to apply for chip-based citizen identification or not, whether they can apply for citizen identification as the temporary resident or not. The following information will help you find out the answers.
According to regulations, all citizens must change from an identity card to a chip-based citizen identification. However, at present, the number of people applying for citizen identification is very large, so if there is no urgent need, people can continue to use a valid ID card to perform the procedure relevant administrative custom. With the question, is it possible to apply for a citizen ID at temporary residence? The answer is yes. According to the regulation, people can apply for citizen identification at any localities, not necessarily at the permanent residence. However, during this time, because the data system is not ready, people are advised to apply for a citizen ID in the locality where they have a permanent household registration. When applying for citizen identification, citizens need to bring household registration and all ID card to look up information. If applying for chip-based citizen identification before June 30, 2021, people will be reduced 50% of the fee. However, in order to update the chip-attached citizenship ID software in the provincial at the request of the Ministry of Public Security, the Center for Public Administration and Public Security of District, Town and City in the province suspend the issuance of identification citizen for 1 day, March 10, 2021. Particularly, the identification citizen handover and confirmation of the identification citizen number are still done normally.
As part of the Youth Month activities in 2021, in the morning of March 9th, the Library of TayNinhTV Province cooperated with Chau District Children Organization to organize the program Reading Festival for students of Suda Primary School. Joining the festival, students were delighted to choose and read books displayed and introduced by the Library of TayNinhTV Province. These are publications published by reputable publishers and newsrooms nationwide, with content suitable to the age and psychology of elementary school students. With the knowledge gained from reading books, the students easily passed the questions in the game, prize-winning quiz, and received many valuable gifts. On this occasion, Chau District Children Organization also officially launched the contest, designing recycled products, to the teams and members throughout the district.
Tân Biên District Young Union just organized a training course on skill and measure to prevent drowning accidents for students in 3 communes of Trà Vong, Mỏ Cong, and Tân Phong.
At the training session, the students learning about the causes and places where drowning occurs, analysis from practical examples to pro experience in preventing and avoiding drowning accidents, popularize swimming safety principle, how to handle drowning situation or see someone drowning, and skills in using a lifebuoy. Students were propagated to raise awareness about measures to prevent accident, injuries and drowning rescue method, release method when being rapid, pulling, skill to practice first aid for victims in water and on land, how to handle a dangerous situation underwater. Rule the content of the direct training to equip them with knowledge and skill to prevent and combat drowning accidents, propagate to brands and reality about safety measures to eliminate the risk of accidental drowning.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.